The kind of shopping guys get excited about. Hey there, Pubsters! Welcome back to the Apple Pub. It is October 31st.
Yes, happy Halloween to you guys. And today we have the Apple TV unboxing video for you. This is the 32 gigabyte bottle, as you can see here.
Did you say bottle?
Bottle? Did I say bottle?
I think you did.
Okay,
model.
well, bottle, model, same thing. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into this one.
Yeah.
So where should I cut it? Right here?
Carve away.
Carve away.
Stabby, stabby.
Okay. I'm just gonna tear it off. Yeah, I tried to pressure Ralph into getting the
64 gigabyte model, but
yeah, but he was being a little sissy.
No, there's just no point to it in my opinion, at least for me.
Okay, so let's get this thing off. I like the box though. It's similar to like the Uber box where it's all like
it's
black.
A lot fancier than the original Apple TV or the Apple TV 3 box, which is like this tiny little. I still have it at home. I'll throw in a little photograph so you guys.
I don't even remember what my
I
don't remember what my Apple TV box looked like, but oh, there's the. Let's leave this for the last thing, right? Let's look at the remote first.
Oh, fancy.
You know, to be honest, when I went to the store, it didn't seem to. You know, after a few minutes of playing with it, I kind of got bored with it, but that's probably because, you know, you're in a store, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
you can't
need to be able to download the apps, play around with it, you know, mess around with it. I'm actually curious as to...
What?
How you would change the battery on this thing when you would need
to. Don't.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Charge with the lightning cable, yeah. No, yeah. When you double click this button, it brings up like all the apps you could multitask or scroll through the apps that you have
it's like
open.
your recent apps list, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically like the home button on the iPhones. But yeah, if you guys can't see, this is very clicky and responsive. You guys know what the rest of this is. It's like a two-tone. This is very shiny and glossy here. And here's the trackpad.
The matte section for the trackpad.
Yeah, and I'm guessing this is like the infrared or whatever. So yeah, I mean, there's not much going on with the remote. I mean, you can play games with it. It has like a gyroscope and all those motion sensor
and everything. Yeah.
Accelerometer. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it has a gyroscope. I know it has an accelerometer, but that's the remote. That's one of the bigger selling points. Siri is a big part of the Apple TV experience. So I'm just gonna set that down right there.
Yes. And obviously we have the little box that comes with the wire and a power cable. Let's see. The Apple TV itself.
Since it's yours, I'll let you do the honors.
Here's the Apple TV itself. It's actually heavier than the Apple TV. What is it? 3. And it's a little fat square.
Well, naturally, it's about 50% bigger in terms of its height. And I think that was because they wanted to improve the antennas in it, so it has a better connection, more radios and all that stuff.
Oh, for a second I was like, what is this little flappy thing? I'm like, oh, it has it's a cover for, why would they cover that? Interesting. Yeah, so here we go, peeling off the little protective film on the outside.
Yeah, I love Apple packaging, it's really beautiful. If you hear a dog whining in the background, we have a rescue here, and she's
hanging out with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, poor thing was abused, and now we're trying to get her back to being normal. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So.
Don't want to depress you guys with that, but she's
doing good.
Yeah, she's happier now.
But yeah, so here's the Apple TV. Obviously, the gloss around the sides. Here are the the ports. Obviously, we have the power. We have the Lightning, USB, HDMI. And for internet access if you do not have Wi-Fi, which nowadays is pretty rare.
Is this for internet access? I heard that this was only for troubleshooting now. Like, you can't connect directly to the internet anymore.
Really?
I heard that.
Output, I'm assuming.
That's what I heard. We could confirm that later, but people were pretty angry about that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, wow, definitely heavier, but it doesn't look as awkward as you would expect. I do wish that
it's not as like I thought it was like when they showed in the thing, it seemed a lot fatter. Because what is it? I don't know. It doesn't seem as fat in person as it did in the photos that they showed during their press release and everything.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. Like you think the photos they released would look better, but yeah. So I wish they did shave off like this area, kind of like in the concept photos.
You mean like? Oh, I remember what you mean. So it kind of looks like it has an edge, like the iPhone. What was it, the 4 or 5 that had the
current iPads even they kind of have this part shaved.
Yeah, the chamfer on the side.
Yeah, it's like what do they call it? Like tapered, I guess.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it looks
it's a
really
chamfered
nice.
edge.
So this is the booklet it comes with. Let's get started. Apple TV. So I'm guessing you're just talking about like the connectors. So it says Ethernet here.
Yeah,
so maybe
I'm assuming it's just an Ethernet port. I
Yeah.
mean, it has to be. What else are you gonna do with it?
yeah, maybe it was the USB-C. Like you can't use it for storage or anything.
Yeah,
like
I think for that they're just. Which actually, here's the thing that bugged me. You're giving us this little USB connector for this. Why didn't you just make it both ends USB-C so you could have just charged it straight from the back of the Apple device, like have the cable plugged in there and then just have it charging.
But no, I think I get it though. I mean, like I get that with this package you have nothing to plug it into to charge. You could just plug the lightning part into the remote and that's it. But who's gonna really go all the way to their TV and plug this in the back every time they want to charge?
Why would you every time? You just leave
or
a
just
little...
leave it? I don't know.
Imagine if there's
it doesn't go with it though. Look, this is black and what they have like a white cord coming out.
Black cord.
They could have, but I don't know.
Like, imagine. Okay, so you already have the power cable out. What if you just had like a 6-inch or a 12-inch little cable coming out where you could just leave there and then when you want to just plug it in and just leave it there.
I don't know. It doesn't.
They really wanted to go all intense and cool.
They
could have made this an inductive charging port and had it charge like that.
Whatever. I think so. Here it just goes over the controls. Everyone was wondering what that little display button does, where it has just like a monitor. So it's your home button, and that's why when you double click it again, it goes to the apps.
Yeah, you get to your recent apps.
Yeah, and I love the simplicity of the remote. That's very Apple of them, and they have some examples of what you can do with Siri now here.
And obviously that's gonna be getting more and more complex as time goes on with more sayings you can say.
I was actually very impressed with how
well
thought out it was, and in terms of it understanding you. Like,
also the fact that we were in a very loud Apple store and you tried it as usual, and you spoke to it and it understood you with all the noise in the background.
Yeah, it was very good about just catching your voice. I don't think you're gonna have to be like putting this up to your face every time you use it.
I think you can just like speak to it from a distance and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, so
we'll obviously test that out and see how that goes, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
When I'm holding this remote, it does not feel cheap to me. Does it feel cheap to you?
No, it's very solid. It feels, it's aluminum build. It's not like the other one, the older one seemed a lot more solid, but that was just because it was full aluminum.
Yeah.
But in the photos I remember it looked like it was plastic, but it really isn't. It feels good in the hand.
Yeah, it does. And it's much more ergonomic than the previous remote, because the previous remote, it felt awkward holding it. This one, it's more, I guess,
the sharp edges and everything on the other one.
Yeah, it's more like rectangular, whereas the other one was like this weird rounded thing. But no, I like this remote. It's a huge improvement. That plus the App Store, it's definitely a win-win.
One of the things I'm really, really hoping with the App Store is to be able to finally, get like Amazon Prime on there and some of the other, like other features where it's just things like that. That was the one big thing that always pissed me off about the Apple TV was the fact that Amazon Prime
it's not the Apple
wasn't on
TV, it's Amazon. They don't want to bring their app to the Apple TV. They're being very anti-Apple lately. I don't know if you heard, they actually they took Apple TVs and Google what's it called, Chromecasts, off their Amazon website.
Did they?
Yeah, they don't want to support anything Apple or anything TV, because they're in tablets like Apple is. They're in TV now like Apple is in a sense. I mean, they're doing streaming content, but yeah, there is a bypass though. If you have any Apple device like an iPad, you can watch the videos from your iPad and AirPlay it to
that AirPlay isn't as great of a stream as you would expect. There's still some stuttering. It's not the full bit rate that you would get like going straight from the app.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not saying it's like the best solution, but it is one of the solutions right now. So yeah, I don't know. It's just Amazon being Amazon right now. What can you do? One thing to note is that Apple is improving their AirPlay process, so it's not cumbersome starting an AirPlay. They're reducing the authentication. It doesn't authenticate every single time it connects. It does it once and that's it. And that saves a lot of time and gets rid of a lot of the lagginess and jitteriness. So especially with starting it up. So there is going to be improved AirPlay. A few apps that you should probably download. Plex.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be trying out. Plex is a big one that I need to get for this. It's going to be better considering it's not like a kind of workaround that it was on the Apple TV 3 and stuff like that, where a lot of people were jailbreaking the Apple TV 2 to be able to do a lot of the stuff, and no one ever was able to do it with the 3, but I'm hoping just with this one, with being able to have built-in apps, people will actually make stuff to be able to stream easily between, not just from Macs, but Windows computers or Android phones and such. I think that would be a pretty awesome thing.
There is a way to port apps into this without doing any jailbreak too, but the way
I'm not talking about jailbreak. I'm just the fact that it's open to the public to create. Not the public, but like for developers to create an app store. I'm assuming we will eventually get people creating apps to be able to stream from any device easily.
Yeah. And, that's our unboxing, I guess. We're getting a little bit into the whole philosophy of the Apple TV. But, yeah, Ralph is going to play around with this for a few days and get back to us with, just his first impressions, what he liked and didn't like. So, definitely look forward to that. Again, my name is Zeman.
And I'm Raphael. And thank you for joining us here on the Apple Pub. Please do subscribe to help support out the channel. Like the video if you liked it. And we'll catch you again next time.
Alright, take care, guys.
Stay classy.